So are we starting to see strength coming back in the Singapore technology sector over the past few days? And we are looking at stocks like AEM, Frencken, UMS and Innotek. Hey guys, Joey here, top tier advisor in Philips Securities and chief trainer at Trading Impossible. Right, so over the past 1 to 2 months, the Singapore technology sector has been rather lackluster, not much of a move to be honest, and a bit boring. They're pretty much moving sideways. Some of them have seen a bit of weakness, but what happens is over the past few days, we started to see some good bullish actions coming back. Right, so in today's video, we're going to look at the Singapore technology sector. I've covered it before, this 4 stocks, so it will be AEM, Frencken, UMS and Innotek, right? So if you want to find out about these 4 stocks and where we can potentially head to, right, you definitely want to watch this video all the way to the end because I think you're going to like what I got for you. So this is AEM, currently trading at about $3.79, right? So just about a month back, we kind of approached this support level that I talk about $3.30. You can see we have been holding above this 320 to 330 like since last year. Alright, we have rebounded like 1, 2, 3, about 4 times. So it's really a good support, I would say, from 320 all the way to 330. And look at this right here on this day, on the 14th of May, just last month, we saw quite a bullish candle, kind of like a bullish reversal candle, something like a hammer, right? And that's where this reversal started. We went up all the way back to like about $3.60, a bit of consolidation, and we eventually broke this 360, right? So 360 was a bit of a support. We can see we kind of broke down, support turned resistance, and eventually we went above the 360. So that's a good sign of the reversal starting to happen, right, over the past weeks. And of course, based on this reversal bullish candle right here as well, right? So you can see that over the past, I would say 2 weeks plus, we have been holding above this $3.60 level. So this was originally the resistance. So let me just turn this line to green in color right here. So it would be like a support right now. 360 would be a support. And look at the 20 days moving average. This green line right here, you can see kind of like sloping upwards. It was like pointing down when we kind of broke this like $4 support. You can see it was sloping down. But over the past 2 weeks, it's like starting to reverse back up. Okay, it's like starting to reverse back up, and prices have also gone back up above the 20 days moving average green line. So there's a sign of the shorter term looking a bit bullish, right? Then when we were just right around here at the support level. So that's a good sign, right? Anything above that 360, which is where the 20 days moving average is, I think we can potentially stage a rebound all the way up to maybe around that 380. All right, 380 would be a bit of a temp resistance. You can see this was where we were. We kind of broke down. This was where we approached somewhere in June, early June. We sold all, went down, and today we are kind of like back at this like $3.80, right? So today is the Wednesday, 23rd of June. It's like 5:30 p.m. So the market has closed, right? And it's looking quite good. I would say it's quite a bullish day for this particular stock, AEM. We can kind of like break that 370 quite firmly. So quite a bullish long candle right here. But the fact is we are still below 380, right? So 380 is a bit of temp resistance. I would say that over the next few days, if we can get past this 380, right, that would be a good indication that buyers might be ready to take it back up all the way to that $4, right? $4, guys, you want to write it down. This is key, right? This level is key. I talked about it many times. You can see when we broke down that $4, you can see it was like a support level. We broke down, went back up, and you can see this was the support. We kind of broke down somewhere in May and then went all the way down. So anything just near 4, I think we can expect a bit of selling, a bit of profit taking near 4, and that's where you can also think about taking some profits, right, if you're going for the short term. Right, so this is AEM right here. We are seeing a bit of bullish actions. I just take note of that 380. All right, anything above 380, we do break that 380 on some really good bullish actions on volume as well. That is where we might potentially head towards that $4 level, right? So this is AEM here, and yes, I would say that right now we are looking definitely a bit more bullish, just above this $3.60 support. That would be the upside rebound all the way back to that $4. Okay, the next Singapore technology stock I share with you, and this is Frencken, right? One of my favorite technology stocks which I've covered before, all right, and looking really good in terms of the uptrend. I would say even better than AEM in terms of the longer term uptrend, because for AEM we kind of broke some of those key support and unfortunately we went down. But for Frencken, you can see that every time we hit down, buyers are back up. Look at this, right? The 100 days moving average line, this red line right here, you can see we rebounded from it, so you kind of like form a really good long-term dynamic support level in terms of prices rebounding from this 100 days moving average line. Of course, the blue line, which is the 200 days moving average, has been sloping upwards as well. The red above the blue, both of them are pointing up, so a very good strong mid to long-term uptrend. All right, but what happens was over the past 1 month, right? I think I covered it previously. Over the past 1 month, we started to see a bit of a consolidation, right? It was like consolidating a bit, boring, I would say, from like 170 to 180. I talked about this $1.80 resistance. You can see we have been like touching it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 5 times. We neared it, and sellers came back to push it back down. So that was pretty much that 10 cents consolidation phase right here, right? 10 cents up, down. But today, right here, finally, we managed to kind of break this resistance at about the $1.80, right? $1.80. So the market has closed, and we have kind of closed at $1.83, right? And that is a good sign, because anything above that 180, we want to see prices kind of like holding above 180, and the fact that it's kind of close at 183. So that's a kind of a good signal that buyers are kind of like ready or prepared to kind of like take it higher to the next phase, right? To the next phase, apart from this consolidation, this 1 month consolidation. So let me just go ahead to draw this upwards upside target right now, above the 180. We can potentially hit towards the 190, all the way up to probably that $2. $2 would be a psychological support level. I think we might potentially hit there. Anything above 180. I think tomorrow, if you let's see, the high today was about 185, right? So 185 was the high. You can see we kind of touched a bit and came back down, which is normal. I mean, today have gone up by more than 5%, so that's why people might want to take some profit. But if it does push above the high of today, like above that 185, 186, 187, I think that's where buyers might really start to come back fast, and we might push to like 190 and all the way up to $2, whereby some buying momentum can happen fast. All right, so this is Frencken right here. Okay, so this is Frencken. This would be the resistance. Let me just turn this red line to green in color. I would say 180. Hopefully it would be a new support level, but it's only 1 day, guys. As I say, it's only 1 day because we're just close above 180. So we have to see over the next few days if this 180 would firm itself up as a new support, and that's where the upwards upside potential can happen. All right, we can see a new consolidation phase, all right, at the upper range right here, all right, from 180 all the way to $2. Okay, next stock, UMS, right guys? If you like this video, go ahead to give me an early thumbs up. It will definitely help out the channel, and thank you so much for doing this, right? So let's dive into the next stock, technology sector, which is UMS right here. You can see trading at about $1.45. We closed today at 145, right? So it looks a bit similar to, I would say, Frencken. You can see it was like consolidating from that 140, right, about 140 all the way to around that 150, right? 150 would be a really key psychological resistance level. Look at this right here, right? This was a bit of a what we call like a doji right at a 150, started to reverse down, all right, and somewhere around here, just about last week, 2 weeks back, we started to see this candle coming, whereby sellers kind of take prices down, all right, whenever we approach that 150. So 150 would be a really critical level, right? But doesn't mean down means like come all the way down. You can see that support started to form around that 140, all right, 135 to 140, a really good support starting to form, right? So let me just go ahead to draw this upwards rebound target all the way here. You can see that this is where the 100 days moving average line is as well. We can kind of like push above it somewhere in May, or you come near it, and this is where the 100 days moving average is now, also near that 135 to 140. So that could be the upside rebound targets. You can see we are about 145, so potentially heading to about 150. I mean, we can also see some profit taking coming back about 150 there, but hopefully we want to see something like Frencken, right, whereby for Frencken we broke that 180. Same thing for UMS. I think there are a lot of sellers that are just stacked and capped at 150 for now. All right, so if we can really just take out the entire sellers, it shows that buyers are prepared and ready to take it up to the next upwards phase after this sideways consolidation. So that would be a good sign of targets being revised from 150 all the way up. Let me just go to see where we can hit to from 150 all the way up to maybe about a 160 to 170. That could be the new upside targets. I mean, looking at the range here, you can see it's about like 135 to 150. It's about 20 cents range, so that would be the upside as well. 150 all the way to like 165 to potentially 170. That is if we break that 150 psychological level, right? So this is UMS here. So the next Singapore technology stock I'd share with you, and this would be Innotek, right? Innotek, right? Really good uptrending counter since like last year. We have covered it a few times. We kind of rebounded, went up and came back down again. But what happens is over the past 2 months, we started to see some good support forming right here. You can see about that 90 cents, 85. I mentioned 85 cents was where we kind of sold off. You can see we broke that 95 somewhere in May, sold down all the way to 85, and that was where we started to see a bit of a good bullish candle starting to come back. Right? And that's where it started to reverse up to that $1. Right, $1 is a psychological level. Right, $1, you can see sellers came back and push it back down, and we are pretty much back at that 90 cents level. Right, so you can see that today, right, quite a bullish day for the technology counter. You can see like for Frencken, we kind of broke the resistance. Same thing for Innotek. This 90 cents, right? 90 cents was a bit of a support, right? So we're kind of like expecting prices to kind of hit there. It remains a bit uncertain if it will break the 90 cents. I mean, yesterday, but today is quite a good move. The fact that we have really strongly rebounded clearly above this 90 cents level. Quite a good long bullish candle. Look at this green bar right here from like 90 cents. We kind of closed at about 935. So quite a bullish candle. So this 90 cents would be cemented as a support for now. So let me just go to draw what we call the upside targets all the way up back to that $1. So look at this range right here. You can see it's like a rectangle from like 90 cents to $1. We are up, down, and now we can potentially hit back up to that $1. Right? So $1 is key, guys. Look at this, $1 is key. Since like April, we touch it. You can see 1 to 105. Quite a bearish candle here, a reversal candle here, started to come down. We neared it, came back down. So anything near that $1, maybe like 98, 97, 99, and that's where selling can come back. In fact, look at these days, right? Just last week we saw this bearish candle right here. So we kind of, prices started to push up. Buyers went all the way up to like 99, 95, and we came back down. So this $1 would be a psychological level. That's where selling can potentially return. I think if you're holding on to, wanting to catch the rebound in the short term, if it does near that level, you can also think about locking in some profits, or maybe just raise your stop loss upwards so that if you reverse back down, you don't want to just let it come all the way back to 90 cents and then you're like back to square one, right? So we want to make sure you protect your profits as it moves up towards that $1 level, and even think about locking in some profits near that, right? So this is Innotek range right now, 90 cents, really good support. I think we can hold above this level over the next few days. That would be a good support level for a potential rebound back to that $1. So yes guys, we have covered the 4 Singapore technology stocks: AEM, Frencken, UMS and Innotek. So I hope you now have a better picture of where we can potentially hit to, and also what are some of the new support levels that have formed up over the past 1 to 2 months. So if you're still watching this video, I have a treat for you. I want to share with you just one more stock that have came into our watch list over the past few days, and this stock is none other than ISDN. Also, I would say something like a technology sector company is doing like semiconductor equipment testing. Not really those, I think something like AEM and Frencken, not really like that, but something I would say is to do with the semiconductor industry, right? So this is ISDN right here, right? Currently trading about 0.685, and one of the stocks that has been in a really good, I would say, uptrend. I would say since last year. You can see since like August last year started to push up, and a really good break above that 50 cents, 45 cents, and started to push up. And so far we have been like consolidating like since the beginning of the year, from like that 55 cents above that 55 cent support, and just like consolidating sideways. But over the past few days, we started to see some good bullish actions coming back right here, right? So we managed to break this 65 cents level. So 65 cents was a bit of a resistance since like May, for more than like a month or two. All right, we have been below that 65 cents, but today quite a good push back above that 65 cents, quite a bullish candle. So we can potentially see a bit of a strength coming back in the short term, all the way up to that 70 to 72 cents. That would be the upside targets, you can see we are starting to push up in terms of the short-term moving average. It started to kind of like push up as well, or it's starting to push up as well, but this close is quite a good close above that 65 cents. So anything above that 65 is quite a good thing for the short term. We might potentially see a reversal all the way up to that 72, and then maybe some profit taking, and we can potentially attempt to break this 72 all the way to that 80 cents level. That would be the upside rebound targets for ISD, and you can see 80 cents was a really critical resistance. Look at this bearish candle right here. Started to came, sellers came back and push it all the way down. After we saw this bearish candle, it started to break the support and went all the way back down. Right, so we can potentially hit towards this 80 cents level. Right, this is the 80 cents level. All right, and in terms of the trend, as I say, in the longer term, we are still looking good. But short term, of course, we saw some consolidation. It's like from 55 to 65. You can see it's up, down, and finally we went above this 65. So that could provide a bit more short-term upside. We're going to see how it goes over the next few days, but definitely this is one of the counter that is in our watch list right now as well. So yes guys, there we have it. I hope you liked this video and you have gained value from it and you've taken note of some of those levels that I talk about, and you like it, go ahead to smash the subscribe button if you've not yet done so you will not miss out to any videos like this. And of course, give me a like as well. You definitely help out the channel, and let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts on this counter. Alright, let me know what your thoughts. I will definitely do my best to reply each and every one of you. Alright, comment below what is your biggest takeaway in these counters that are shared today. Alright, so Joey here. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to see you in the next video.